Hello YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Scrap Mechanic. Today, we are going to be showcasing a viewer creation. This was actually sent to me through my Discord, and I have to say, this thing is fantastic. As you saw from the title and the little intro, we are playing with the Titanic. I know it sounds kind of weird in Scrap Mechanic. Guess it's called like the Scrap-tanic? Is that right? I don't know if that's right or not. But anyways, this is a massive creation. It was made by Gosien. I believe I'm saying that right. I'll pull up the description here in a second. And this is something that he's been working on for quite a while. Now, this isn't a 1-to-1 scale of the Titanic. I don't think Scrap Mechanic could actually take that. But this is a pretty cool little creation here. It does hover. We've got two versions of it here. I've got the non-hovering version over here. And we've got the hover version over there, which it looks like it's a little low. I must say, I thought it hovered a little bit higher. I set the water level down with the Durf block here, and I think I might have set it a little too high. But yeah, we're going to check out the non-hovering version first, because the hover version does lag a bit, but I wanted to show you guys that there is a hover version, and we'll take this one out in a bit and actually drive it around, or float it around, or fly it around. I don't know what you really call it. I guess technically we're just hovering here in Scrap Mechanic. There is no actual water, which would be amazing. I think I say that every time I play with some sort of water creation. But anyways, we are ready to jump in, and we are going to check out this very, very awesome creation. Oh boy, this thing is absolutely massive. So I do want to note that this is the non-hover version, and it does have the same interior as the hover version. The hover version just lags a bit more, so I want to make it really smooth when we go through this, and then we'll go actually take the hover version out and fly it around. But yes, this is made by Gosien. This is somebody that I think the last time we've checked something of his out, it's been close to a year ago. I believe it was like a hover carrier. But this thing, he sent it through the Discord, and I must say, look at the detail on this. He says this only took him 13 hours, which to me, it would have taken me longer. I'm not like the fastest builder in Scrap Mechanic. But yeah, look at the detail. Look at all the little blocks here in the front. How he's obtained the shape of the front of the Titanic here. Very, very nice looking. I do think he's using a couple mods. I believe it's really just some Durf mods to get these smooth looking blocks. So yeah, we're ready to check this thing out. Now do keep in mind the inside is not like an accurate representation of the Titanic. It's kind of his own interpretation of it. So if it doesn't look exactly like some of the pictures or what you've seen in the movies, it's just because this is Scrap Mechanic and you kind of get to do whatever you want here and try to make it work. I'm just amazed that he's got this thing hovering. So let's go ahead and check out the inside. Oh, it's pretty neat. It's like you walk in from the dock, you can close this here, check in. They will direct you to whatever deck you are going to be in. I guess you had like the lower class, middle class. I'm assuming the luxury deck is up above us. So, I guess we should probably go below deck and just check it out. Let's go down here. I'm going to get lost in this thing. I know every time I check out like a big hover ship, I always miss something or I miss like a room. So I'm going to try to be careful not to miss like a passageway or anything down here. So anyways, this is the lower deck. This would be your lower class. Looks like we got bunk beds, very basic looking. You're pretty low here. Actually, where is the water level? I want to say it's just right below this deck. So if we were to go below this would be, you'd actually see water on the inside. But yeah, you've got that. Is this all lights? So let's see. Oh, these are all probably the same, aren't they? There's a lot of rooms down here. Jeez. This would be pretty amazing to play with on multiplayer. Maybe we can figure out a challenge or something. I don't know. I don't want to be like disrespectful or anything, but it would be cool to have like a boat challenge with something massive like this. But yeah, walk in here. Looks like we have like a restroom area in here. Probably have the wooden toilet seats and all that. So you got a little bathroom area. Let's see, are all these the same? Okay, so there's quite a few rooms in here. So you've got the rooms facing the outsides, and then you have this set of inside rooms. So quite a few there, but I really think that's about it as far as the lower deck here. So let's go ahead and pop back up. I'm gonna get lost here. Okay, here's the little greeting counter. You can walk back here, got their own little bathroom. I want to say this is like your middle class or your standard class here, so there's that. Let me go and look around, make sure I'm not missing something. Okay, this is gonna confuse me here because this is another set of rooms. Let's go ahead and go down this hallway first here. Looks like, yeah, these are probably your standard rooms. Each room's got a little desk in there. Got a couple beds. You got like a little nightstand here, some storage area. Okay, so all these are probably the same here. So yeah, all these are standard rooms. They're nice. I like this room. I don't know, I'm not a big boat person, so I couldn't imagine being stuck on a boat like this, especially, I don't even know how long the Titanic's journey was actually supposed to be, but it's actually quite a while for how far they were traveling, and yeah, I get seasick, I'm gonna be honest with you. Last time I was on a boat, we were on like a deep sea fishing boat, and it was really choppy, and I got sick, so never again, never. Anyways, yeah, looks like we have all standard rooms here. Now this looks like maybe like a dining area through here. You got a lot of tables set up. Oh, you've actually got access to like an outside deck here. This is nice. This actually looks really neat. Just seeing the water, it's like you can't see anything in the distance. Very cool. So you've got that. You got like a main deck here. We've got, I'm not sure if those are edible or not, but we've got ducks. What's this over here? Is this more lighting? There are a lot of lights in this thing, I must say. It looks like a little luggage cart here, trash can. It looks like we have maybe a kitchen here. I wonder if the luxury deck has its own kitchen. That'd be kind of cool. Here's the bathroom. See, these bathrooms look just a little bit nicer than the lower class bathrooms. So you've got that. This is probably ladies' and men's bathrooms here. Do not enter. We're going to ignore that. Let's go into here. Okay, so we have like the, this is the back of the kitchen here, so they can be cooking up. Looks like they are roasting some ducks here. Very cool. So you've got those. And let's see, okay, I don't think any of this actually opens up. Do keep in mind, you're not going to see like many doors or anything on here, and that's really probably pretty common for hovercraft because you need to save all the FPS that you can get, so the doors are not really necessary. But yeah, that's a pretty neat little deck. Now, how do we go up? Okay, so we just went around. So there's gotta be some sort of upper deck somewhere. Is this it here? Wait, does this actually, okay, is this another passage down to the lower? Oh, this is storage. Okay, so we found a new area. This is storage. Let's go look at the spider web. See, this spider web doesn't look nearly as crazy as the one that hovers because I believe there's an empty, like, pocket down here with all the thrusters. So we'll check that out here in a second. What is this? What? This is like an RV. Like you can open up the side and load up supplies. That's actually just kind of cool looking. All right, so you've got that. Let's go ahead and close that up there. Okay, let's go up here. I'm assuming this is going to take us up to, I don't want to call, maybe this is the luxury deck. Let's go ahead and light it up real quick. Oh yeah, this is definitely the luxury deck. Look at this. This is nice looking. So you got, looks like carpets down here. He's using a lot of lightweight materials. Obviously, I'm pretty sure this is the Durf. I want to say this is probably the light, probably not the ultralight. Those are a little too much for hovercraft sometimes. So yeah, this looks like almost like the main greeting area. And you've got the shark back there. Oh yeah, that's for the raft game. I was like, why is that shark there? I keep forgetting that Axolot is actually going to be publishing the raft game now. So you got that. What is that on the ground there? Let's just turn all this on. Oh yeah, I forgot this thing moves. Yeah, I didn't discover that for a while. It took me a little bit. I actually have one of those in my sky base in the marketplace, and it kind of scared me one day when it moved. Alright, so you got all that. Okay, so let's go back here. This leads down. Looks like we've got a way to go up. So there's actually a fourth deck up here. Maybe that's where the captain's quarters are. Oh yeah, this is actually quite nice looking. This is like the luxury dining. So you've got another kitchen here. Everything looks a bit nicer up here. You've got lighting at all the tables. These nice little round tables. Let's go around here. Looks like you got a nice lounge area here. Let's go and turn on all of these lights. That's pretty cool looking. And, oh, what's this? Is this a gym? Okay, I don't know if they had a gym on the Titanic, but he's got a gym. So maybe this is like a modern Titanic. This is cool looking, actually. So you got your gym, and is this, yep, that is a pool. So we got a gym and a pool here on the Titanic. That's actually quite neat. So yeah, that's let's go ahead and walk back through here. Is this just another way to shut it? Yeah, okay. So you can shut the doors there. Okay. Alright, so I guess it's time to go up to the fourth deck here and check out what is going on up there. Actually, I should probably locate, I believe that's where the captain, or where the seat is when we're ready to actually fly this thing around. We'll go out on the front deck here in a second. I want to go ahead and finish the interior. And oh, look at this. Wow, this is another deck. Okay, there's a 5th deck up above us. All right. Let's see. What is this? These are the luxury rooms. Oh, yeah. Oh, these are nice. Okay, so definitely the luxury rooms. You got your own little personal bathrooms. You got a big bed here. You got a nice little view. You can see out the windows. Definitely really cool. So I'm assuming all of these are the same. Looks like it. They've got a nice lounge area in here. Dining. Their own personal space up here. Is this another couple rooms back here? Oh, these rooms have a little bit different layout. So is this the front of the boat or is this the rear? I think this is the rear of the boat. So yeah, these rooms, I guess at the rear have a little bit different layout. Got their own little personal table here. Actually, even a different bathroom setup. I'm assuming it's the same on this side. Yep. That's really neat. Oh, what was that? Hold on. Is that a shutter? Oh, it's like a little privacy shutter. So you can turn that on and off. That's cool. Alright, so you got all that. I guess it's time to go ahead. Alright, let's move, before we go to the top deck, let's go ahead and move out to the front of the ship. Yeah, here's a door here. Alright, so you got the front of the ship. It would be kind of cool if you would, I guess you could have placed maybe some lifeboats on the side of this thing. I think they were mounted somewhere around here. Maybe make them static. It would kind of be cool to put them on like a free bearing and have them actually, when the ship sways a little bit, have them move around, but that might play havoc on Scrap Mechanic here. So yeah, you've got, oh, wow, look at this. You can see the cabling going up and down. This is the rose position. I guess we'll call this the rose and jack position. You can kind of get on the front of the boat here. I don't want to fall off this thing. This is actually really high off the ground here. So you've got that. What is this? Is this a... Oh, that actually goes up. Hold on. We actually are going to get a really good view here. Here we go. So this is probably where the guy, you know, I always look back at the movie and I never know how actually accurate it was. So I always hate to say, oh, this is where the guy, you know, spotted the iceberg at the last moment, because honestly, I don't know how accurate the movie is. I probably shouldn't say anything. So anyways, is this going to knock us off here? Uh-oh, it's tight. It's tight. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, that knocked us off. Actually, what is... Oh, you can see the inside of the ship from here. It's kind of hard to see with the water, but it's hollowed out. This would be where the thrusters are. Alright, well, that's going to set up there. That's the thing. Does this deck wrap all the way around to the rear section? It does appear like it does. Okay, so yeah, this wraps all the way around to the back. Alright, let's try to get up to the captain's quarters. Alright, this is going to take us up another deck here, and here we go. More detail. Got a nice little bench up here. This is really high off the ground. Alright. Oh. Actually, are these on bearings? Oh, they are. They're actually leaned back like they're on the real ship. This is where the stacks are. That's really neat looking. Alright, so you got that. There's so much detail. There's so much to look at. It's hard to believe that there is a floating version of this ship. That's amazing. Alright, so let's walk into here. Is this the captain's? This looks like the captain's quarters. Okay, so this is where we would actually control the ship. Now, this ship is huge. Once we get into the hover version here, it doesn't move a whole lot. Like, the turning's really limited. It's really morely a forward and backwards type deal. Actually, I don't even think it goes backwards. I think it's more like a forward deal. But it's just amazing to see creations like this float in Scrap Mechanic. And it's actually fairly stable. So we're gonna move real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and grab the hover version of this ship out and test it out. Alright, so we are underwater here. This is actually the hover version of the Titanic. As you can see, it looks almost exactly the same. The only change is the spider web. Look at this spider web. That is a ton of thrusters. That's insane looking. Okay, so you've got that. It's got a couple little tires here on the bottom. I guess for when it drops, it's going to initially hit the ground. Now, let's see how Scrap Mechanic handles this. I'm pretty sure it's going to freeze up here. So there we go. We are frozen right now. And, oh, there it goes. Look at that. Okay, I think it's going to dip a little bit here. So it's hard to see from under here, but there is some stabilization sensors, I believe, right there. And there's probably one on the other side. So when this thing gets down a certain ways, it's going to activate that sensor there. And it's probably going to hit another couple thrusters to keep it level. Question is, how in the heck do we get back up into this? I'm assuming, let's just use a chair here. Let's do that. Let's do that. And let's do that. There we go. I'm getting a little bit of lag on the deck. It is not running quite as smooth. Not too bad though. It's definitely playable. I just didn't want to go through the complete interior like this. And I gotta remember how to get up to the top now. We gotta find our ways to the actual captain's quarters. Alright, we have made our ways to the captain's quarters. Gotta walk into the back here. It seems like we are capsizing just a little bit. Let's go and hop into here. There we go. Lag is gone now. Man, I want a wider camera here in Scrap Mechanic. This is as far as it goes out. Like, we can go in, but that's it. So we're gonna try to pilot this thing from here. So the one key, let's go ahead and set it on the ground real quick. Let it fall and oh. All right, here we go. We're getting some very bad frames. And let's go ahead and lift it again. So it's gonna take a second, and we're gonna lift and just try to correct itself. There it goes. Okay, so we got our frames back. All right, so it's gonna be kind of hard to tell that we're actually moving. Let's go ahead and hit the 2 key here. We are actually moving right now. I'm trying to find something on the ground to be able to show you guys. It's kind of hard to see through. Actually, we'll look at the other boat. Obviously, you can see it's very slow, but the other boat is slowly going back. So we are moving forward. We can try turning it a bit. The turning is very, very limited. I think it was just one of those things where a lot of times you would do like an AD converter in the bottom and have like one set of thrusters activate while the other set goes. And this is probably something that's pretty hard to get to turn. My thing is, it's so tall. Like, this is probably one of the tallest creations boat-wise that I've seen. So I can imagine this thing would want to tip over like crazy. We still, yep, we're still moving it. So it's pretty slow, but it's not meant to be fast. I mean, obviously, I can get I can get off the seat here, and I can walk around on the deck just fine. And that's what's kind of cool about having a slower hover creation, is that you can just freely walk around like we're just watching the other Titanic just sit there, and it's slowly going off into the distance. So that's something that's really neat. Let's go ahead and hop back into the captain's chair here. He's got a couple other buttons that I've noticed here. Like, you can try to make it turn normal, but he's got a 3, I think it's a 3 and the 4 keys. Do this like really, really violent barrel roll, and I'm not really sure the point. Let me go ahead and just kind of spam it a bit. Maybe you're supposed to just spam it, just tap it. You can see we are turning, but it's leaning. It's like the counter thruster isn't quite activated, and we are now starting to capsize. So let's try to do it the opposite way there. It's almost like a roll. You can actually see the captain's little wheel actually activates with it. So that's actually kind of neat. I kind of want to just roll this thing over just to see what would happen. Oh! What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, the Titanic has decided to take off. Okay, what is happening? It's like, have we gone beyond the point where the shutoff sensor is even picking up? Alright, well, we now have a flying Titanic. This is new. Let's go ahead and shut this off real quick. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna be very, very bad when we hit the ground here. Let me go ahead and reactivate the thrusters now. Oh, you know, it's doing a very nice job of countering itself. So if I were to keep activating them here, activate. There we go. Try to make this very soft. That way we don't just pound the ground. There we go. Not bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and just activate. Oh, uh-oh. Alright, let's kind of activate this one. Try to counter. Oh, boy. Come on. Counter it. Counter it. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. This isn't going to be good. Oh. Oh. Well, this looks odd. Alright, well, we have kind of sunk here. We kind of tipped over. Huh. Yeah, it's one of those things, it's a little hard to keep upright, but I mean, it does hover, it does move. It's just like one of those things where it's not like a big, mobile, very, you know, agile craft here. It is a huge craft. I'm gonna have to cut a hole in this thing real quick to get out of it. There we go. Let's go ahead and stick this back on the lift. I want to check one more thing out about this creation, which I'm gonna need to get somewhere clear where I can actually set this thing down. I think we're up against the wall here. Alright, the last thing I want to check out about this creation, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the bottom open because I'm curious as to what this looks like on the, oh! Okay, well those were on the ground, my bad. Look at this. Look at this thing, it almost looks like it's like a cathedral of thrusters. That is ridiculous looking. I mean, I've created some pretty big hovercraft, but this is kind of beyond that. Look at this. Actually, could you go down? No, you couldn't go down here. It's got a little seat to hop up through. Look at the positioning. I like how he's got these pillars that come out, and you've got all the thrusters just resting on them. That is really, really impressive. Yeah, I can see where this took a long time. I'm still amazed it only took 13 hours. This probably would be like a 20-hour project for me. But anyways, I want to thank Mr. Gosien for sending this over. I really wanted to highlight this creation. If you want to check out, he's got a YouTube channel, he's got a workshop. They will both be linked in the description if you want to check those things out. But yeah, I definitely want to thank him for sending that over. But anyways, folks, if you want to send anything to the channel, you can always send it through the Discord, or you can send it through the email that I'm going to flash up on screen here. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode of Scrap Mechanic here today. We will be doing some more Skybase very, very soon, and if you missed that episode, the last one, I'll also have that in the description. Anyways, folks, hope you have a great day, and we will see you guys next time on Scrap Mechanic. Thank you.